Hi, everybody. Welcome to your Southern California Home Advocate Report with your Southern California Home Advocate, Antonio Atoche. How are you, Antonio?
I'm great, Lee. Good afternoon. How are you, man?
Good afternoon. I'm doing great. I know why everybody clicked on it. We'll get to that topic in a moment, but let's start off with the basics. We were just talking about the last offer you wrote and how insanely hot the South Bay and Southern California is right now. Tell me about the market right now.
Market is still crazy. Low inventory. Rates, about the same from last week. It's just people just fight for it, man. And of course, I don't have like 30 people in one offer, but I got like 10 in one offer. So it's just a matter of getting a little fortunate and getting it through.
Well, it sounds a little bit easier. It's down from 30 to 10, which kind
Yeah,
of raises the question of how long can the market sustain this?
true.
Right? When is the end in sight? I know San Diego had one of its hottest periods ever in history. We were the highest appreciating market in California, actually.
Wow.
And Marvin, who's our advocate down here, goes, I don't care. I've got enough money. I'm selling all my properties right now, and I'm going to wait it out. And I
Uh,
went, it's not a bad strategy. You might be a little early, but it's not a bad. Fortunately, real estate moves at a slower pace, so you can circumnavigate these things. But the reason people clicked on it today is because the strategy of do nothing and keep your house. It is one of the 9 alternatives to foreclosure. And I wanted to start everybody off by knowing if you're in Southern California, you have equity. So don't do nothing. That's kind of the first point. So let's start with the basic talking points.
mhm.
Do you feel that people who haven't received these notices, because we're not talking mainstream Wells Chase BFA, we're not talking the big boys yet, which will be the bulk of the people involved in this 3% wave.
Yeah.
Do you think that they're waiting for some kind of government intervention?
Yeah. They're praying for it for sure. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't either. I just talked to our Florida advocate where you've got Governor Ron, who's known to do very drastic things, and she goes, "No, he's a straight shooter. He's not going to help him. He's just not. There's too much equity right now. I don't. I They keep going back to the same repetitive. I don't like the word narrative, but comment. Look at all the equity you have. You have an opportunity to restart your life, and I think the point of showing what the market's doing is, look, we're at the top. I'm not saying it can't go a little bit higher, but if you're holding out faith that something dramatic's going to happen, I think you're missing out on an opportunity to get very healthy, pay everything off while it doesn't affect your credit, and also, put some cash in the bank and get something you can afford. It might not be where you want to be right now, but it's a short-term thing.
Right, right, right. I agree.
What would you say to people that are on the fence? Like, what is your normal talking point
Uh,
on the do nothing strategy?
Well, on the fence, meaning the guys are, of course, hadn't made payments on the house, right? Some of them,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's just gonna keep adding. Whatever you're not paying, it's gonna add. So plus interest. And if you know deep inside of you that you really won't be able to catch up, because right now it's like maybe frozen for you for banks not taking action, which I have a few families like that that I hopefully they wake up and say, you know what, let's just get rid of it, cash out, sit down with their money, let's rent and let's see if this thing turns around. Who knows if it turns around now? But at some point, like real estate, we know it's a cycle. Not everything stays up forever. At some point it'll level off, and they be able to maybe clean their credit because I'm sure they haven't paid, clean their credit, and then get back in buying a home at a better price, a little bit better probably.
Absolutely. First thing you need to do is have a conversation with Antonio. If you'd like me to be on that call as well and hear a banker's perspective, I'm happy to do it. We'll both meet with you. The information's down below. Call him directly. If not, 833-969-4673. We'll be happy to get back with you. I never thought about it until you said that statement of the missed payments will continue. And it was a banker thing inside of me. It's not the missed payment. Principal payments are one thing. It is the interest and the fees that are accruing simultaneously that are eating up that equity. Those are literally thousands and thousands of dollars that you could get right now that you're just letting to continue. And I don't think people really see it that way. Since I'm not getting anything, or worse, you're just not opening the mail or taking those calls. it's not happening, and that's not a real thing, and it's not a thing in the world of banking. They will definitely want their fees and they will want their interest.
Okay. And on top of that, of course, the what you're not paying the interest, the principal, the penalty for not paying it, and then when they do the paperwork for the attorneys, that gets added on. So I mean, they're gonna tackle everything against you. So yeah. So if you're in the situation like Lee was saying, something important. Look, a lot of times you may want to have a family with you, and they're not able to be all at the same moment. I can be on like we're doing a Zoom call. I can have Lee on it. He can explain to you some points that you, as a banker's point of view, what the bank is really thinking. And then maybe you're on the edge of saying, yeah, let's just do it. But I need one more data to just make sure. And then that could be the moment. So don't be shy. We can do this. We can, when you get to the point, we can go through all the 9 options. And when there's almost nothing options left, and you just need that one conversation just to clear it up your mind, we could do that. As you have Lee there, he's an expert at those things, and I'm an expert at getting it sold and getting the highest dollar for you. So don't forget that's what we could do. No pressure, just giving you the info.
It's 100% free. You need to take action, and you need to call Antonio. His number and information is down below. You can just type in his name. You'll find him. It's that simple.
Yeah.
With all that said, the last thing I want to leave people with, and this has been the toughest question for all the advocates, because it's frustrating to me as a banker. What do you think you can say that would inspire someone to take action instead of what they're doing, really, which is sticking their head in the sand?
Oh man, it's hard to make that decision. I understand it, that you have to just give it up. The memories you have on that house, everything you did for the last 5 years, 10 years, whatever it was. But hey, listen, man, you put yourself in that situation. You took out loans. You need to make the payments. You gotta be responsible. Either you're gonna be responsible, or the bank will make you responsible one way or another. So something's gonna happen. So I think you should be responsible first. Get your money back as much as you can. Start over.